The world. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what just happened. I'm not sure. I was talking. I was already doing this. And then my phone did some crazy stuff. So I'm not sure. You missed Dry Shenanigans at this point because I'm not going to get him wound up to do it again. He basically was rowdy as heck and tried to climb up on the table. It's 7, as I was saying, it's almost 7 o'clock. He's had his morning walk. He's good to go for the day as far as exercise goes. Not the whole day. He'll go out again later. But for now, for a while. I cast on something new last night after dinner. And I have been working on 3 different projects other than that throughout the time. I wish I knew what the heck my phone was doing. Like, I hit the record button, I was recording, and then all of a sudden, it's like countdown, and then it starts recording again. And so I'm like, did I not hit record? That's probably what happened. So, the first thing I'll talk about is my favorite thing. And I am at a point where I figured it was a good time to stop and do something else because I didn't want to stop. And I got to put it on a cable so that I can pick up and do the front half or whatever. So I've gotten all the way down to where you got to put it on a cable. I think that'll fit. I was so worried when I first started. I was like, I don't think this is going to fit me. It actually looks, this is the back piece though, not the front, but it actually looks like it'll fit pretty good. And I figured, of course I need to put my guitar on there. So, my Sailor Swift, aka Candy Cane. That was my first instinct when I cast it on. I was like, this is definitely going to end up being called the Candy Cane. I noticed that my head is like chopped off. Sit back a little bit. The second one I've been working on is the Starflower wrap. And there it is. I've gotten this much work done since the last time I showed it. You still can't see much of a difference, but it's decreasing. You just cast on all of these and then you just decrease for a while. I'm not sure how many times I got to decrease before I move on to the next section, and I'm not sure what that section entails. I haven't checked, and I should have, but I didn't. So that is what we got so far on that one. This is so quick. It's just like a nice, easy thing to work on when you're not trying to focus too much. So my third whip that I worked on, you goofball, he's all up under my feet, is my Empire, I don't know, Star Wars beanie. It's an Empire something. Anyway, that is where we're at so far. Oh, get that out of the way. I got a little ways more to go before this pattern, this graph pattern is finished. And I think it'll be a pretty decent, I don't like how this flares. I think it's because of the worsted weight yarn, because that's what I'm using for it. I don't know if it called, I can't remember if it called for worsted or a specific weight of yarn, but that's what I had in those colors. I don't have anything in those colors other than worsted, so that's what we went with. It's looking pretty good. In fact, I don't think I showed where I was at last time, so let's get that back out. There it is. It's on this side, that's why. I didn't do a whole lot, but I did enough to make a difference. That's where I left off last time. I'm pretty happy with it. And my new cast on is a sock. And I'm using my size zeros. I think they're zeros. I bought them so that I could try them because I saw other people using them, and they said that their stitches were closer and nicer. And they are. It feels like I cast on the same amount here as I would have for my husband's size. And that's definitely not going to fit him. So obviously I did the right thing because this is for me. This isn't for him. But I figured being such a small needle that I would need to go up a size. And I think that one size up is enough to make it correct. I've got the ribbing all the way done. I've done a couple rounds of the stockinette. This is just going to be a vanilla sock. It's a test pattern, pretty much. Not really a test pattern, but it's a test to see if this fits me or not, and if it doesn't, it's fine. I've got kids who have slightly smaller feet than mine. Those kids are growing so fast. They're not my kids. They're my grandkids. They're growing so fast. And some of them are almost as tall as me. It's crazy. And I think that is about it for my whips. I did accidentally stop licking. I did accidentally pull the needles out of these, and so I have to go back and fix this because it's all wrong. There's some slipped stitches right there. I don't know if you can see it. And then I think these ones I was able to pick back up. They got caught when I was trying to move them, and so I'm gonna have to put them someplace much safer where they won't be getting caught, because they're waiting to try them on my mother-in-law's feet so that we can make sure that they're gonna fit her. And I do believe that's about it. That's all I've touched. I do have my barber cord. This is what I'll probably put my Sailor Swift on. I just haven't even taken it out of the package yet. I'll probably do that today, so that I can start working on it again. But I might spend most of the day working on this sock. See how far I can get with it. They don't seem to hurt my hands or anything right now, so hopefully they're not too small to where they're making my hands hurt. But I realize that is a possibility, and I was hoping that would not be the case, because especially after I started, and I just really, that is so nice. They're just so much tighter and nicer than they are with the, was it 2.5 millimeters I usually use, and these are 2s. Can't see nothing. Yeah, 2 millimeter, US size 0. I usually use 2.5. And I think I like these a lot better. So I'm gonna buy a few more sets of these so that I can do them on size 0s from now on, because I kind of like it. And even with my husband, I can just up his size to a size bigger. He's not got the biggest size that is available, so it shouldn't be a problem. I think it'll work out just fine. For the week, I'm gonna work on this. I want to try and have these, at least one of these, done by the next video. I definitely want to work on my Sailor Swift. My wrap I will definitely be working on, because like I said, that's really easy to work on when I'm just like trying not to pay attention to anything. I just want to like pretend that nothing exists. That doesn't happen often, but I've been in a mood lately. Not really a mood. I've just been really tired. Probably because I'm going outside and doing stuff more, so tuckered out. I don't know. with that, I will let you all go. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, all right, there he is. Off.